Well, hello everyone. My name is Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we'll be tying a small little nymph pattern. It's kind of almost like a searching pattern. It doesn't really represent any one bug, but it does really well for me, like really well for me. I've tied it in several different ways. Today I'll tie the bead-headed version. I do tie a non-bead-headed version. I'll give you guys a close-up of it in a minute. I tie a one with a heavy dubbed collar, and I tie one with a little bit of dubbing mixed with fox tail. All right, so let's get her going here. So today in the vise we have a Hens BL 599 in a size 8. This is a gold bead to match whatever size you want to tie. I tie anywhere from a size 8 to a size 12 in these. I just decided to tie the size 8 because it's easier for you guys to see, obviously. So, okay, so I will start off with some Semperfli Nanosilk in olive. Get that nicely waxed. Get some purchase on the hook. Loving my new vise. Just got this for, well, can say Christmas, but I just loving this. This transformer is awesome. You can take the jaws out and make them into a inline jaw, or take it out and make it into a tube fly jaw. It's awesome, and it's just like one little, just a little dook, and it comes out. So, okay. So now, first thing I'm going to do is tie a little bit of red floss in the butt section here. So I don't need it that thick. So I'm just going to take half of like take one strand like that, cut it, and then take half of that, like thickness wise. Just get it right in behind there. This is just to keep the body uniform. Not really going to be able to see it, but it's up to you. So in behind the tail, over top of the tail, behind the tail, over top of the tail, and behind the tail, and over top of the tail. Okay. Of course, every time I start tying a video, this starts going kooky. I'm going to just turn it off. There we go. So now I just want to go a little bit past the bend of the hook here. Just a little bit past that and nip it. Done. It's just a little bit of a red hot spot tail. That's all that is. Okay. So now I'm going to take a little bit of holographic green tinsel in medium and tie that in. A couple of loose wraps. Pull it back. Oop. Too loose a wrap. Pull it back. Just get it all the way back to that tail. Get it out of the way. Bring it back forward. Then I'm going to take 2 strands of ostrich in green, olive green here. You can do this with 1 strand too. It just depends on the effect you want. I like it with 2. I've always... I'm just tearing them all up here. Hold on. 1. This is an old piece of ostrich. I've had this for probably, I don't know, 10 years. You can tell that it's all almost all stem. So 2 pieces. Again, right from the front. Tied in. Loose wrap. Pull it back so it's behind that bead. Lay it all the way back again to that tail. Tie-in point. Okay, now I'm counterclockwise. Do split thread here. Sitting here fighting it. Of got it split, but I'm fighting it to get it open. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to take a little bit of this ice dub. They call it olive brown. It's got a little bit of a brown hint in it, not much. And I'm just going to lay that in there. And I could have just dubbed this straight on as well if I wanted, but just lay that in there. Spread it out a bit. This is just going to create a bit of a body. See where it gets spin. All I'm doing is, for those that don't know, I'm just spinning the bobbin itself. You could just make a dubbing loop and then use a dubbing spinner, but okay. Now that I've got that back, start right there, and then just a thin body all the way forward. And leave a little bit of room here at the front. So I'm going to just take some of that off. Okay. You want it thinner up here at the front. So now I'm going to take my ostrich and open it up. Do like almost like a rib. Then same thing with my tinsel. I want to go right beside the ostrich. I want to just see a little bit of that dubbing coming through. Right? I actually like doing this with a small green, but I don't have a small, so but it just helps. It just shows a little bit more of that that underbody. But now I can take my dubbing brush and just really lightly get some of that dubbing out of there. I just want more of the shine of that dubbing. There we go. I don't want a lot of it in the body portion. Okay, so now I got to make a choice. Do I want to do a, this is pretty well all dubbing head? Right, you see how that creates a head. There's a little bit of fox in this as well because I mixed it. Or do I want to do just a fox collar? And I think this time I'm going to do just a fox, just a straight fox collar. So I'm going to take my fox. This is a fox tail medallion, and I'm going to actually brush this out so I get some of all that that under fur out before I put it into my material clip. See, I'm getting all this little under fur stuff out. It's that extra fluff, that extra body I don't really need or want in this fly. All I did is just brushed it out. Now it's kind of gone kooky because of the static, but I'm just going to take about that much of it. Not even that much. And I'm just going to, I want about that long, so that's right there is where I'll cut it and put that into my material clip. I'm just going to spread that out a bit. Of course, I almost always do it the wrong way. Do it that way, Rick. And just get underneath it. Get it into your material clip. Spread it out a bit. I only want like one, maybe two turns. So now again, split thread. Flatten that out. Split my thread. My material clip. Put that in there. Let it, oh, I bumped the top. I have to do that again. I bumped the bead with it and it popped it open. That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Again, get my length like that. Cut that off. around because I want to grab it in the material clip this way, right? Actually, I'm going to grab my smaller clip because that's all I need. I'm going to use my stone full clip. Just want a little bit of those butts sticking out. Then what I'm going to do, make it easier, I'm just going to cut these so they're even. And then I'll do the same thing again. Split thread. Material clip. Just gonna hold this tight, spread this out just a bit so I can get a couple of wraps. Hold tight, spin. That takes some of the spin. There you go. And this is totally up to you if you want to put this in a dubbing spinner or if you want to do it this way. That's totally your call, however you prefer doing it. So now I'll just take it and make sure all those fibers are sticking out. This is just creating a little bit of a collar slash legs, right? So stroke it back every time, just stroke it back. Oh, I just broke my thread, over twisted it. Let's see if I can get that back without losing this. The joys of tying. Sometimes it's a struggle, and trying to tie and do video, yeah, even more so. So wrap that a couple more times just to make sure I've got that all in there, that previous one. Lock it down. Okay, and then I'll get that little piece of thread that was left over that broke out of there. And I'm going to brush this out a bit. Make sure I've got all those little fibers out. Sometimes you've got really long ones like this, just give them a grab and pull them out if you don't want them that long. I like having the odd long one, but not too many. So there, and then I'm going to take just a little bit more of that that ice dub, just a little bit, and finish off right behind that bead. Not a ton, just a little bit. And that'll just finish off this fly. That back. Okay, whip finish. Second set of whip finish. A little bit of sallies, on the thread. And do another set of whip finishes here. Get that right in there. Tighten that up. Nip that off. And just brush out a little bit of that, that dubbing that you just put in. And then brush that all back. And there it is. That's the finished bug. Well, there, that's the finished bug. So there's, like I said, there's the beaded version, and then there is, wherever the heck I put the, there is the non-beaded version, and no, or very little fox, right? So it depends what you like doing. I like these here for in the lakes for droppers. These I like in the rivers with the beads, right? So you can even put a little bit of sticky back flat lead or like this or round lead or whatever underneath it if you want as well. You can use a tungsten bead. It's totally up to you. So, but that's it. That's the fly. Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's a nice scruffy fly, nice buggy looking fly, and it gets that little bit of sparkle dub in there, gets that attention. So, and the fox really has a lot of movement. This fox, when it gets wet, it really moves really, really well. Right? So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you have not, consider doing so. Spread the word, spread the word, spread the word. We got about 1,100 people now subscribed. And once we hit 2,000, I'm going to have a bigger prize pack. I just gave away a prize pack for 1,000, but I'm hoping to have some tying materials and cross fingers, maybe even a tying vise. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, alrighty. Well, tie lines, everyone.